112-109 win over the Heat without LeBron James last night. He was out with a cold. Dennis Schroeder led all scorers in the game. 32 points for Schroeder. The Lakers win their third in a row. Shannon, nice little win streak there. What does this tell you about your team?
They beat the Heat. But I'm not as sold on the Heat as everybody else is. Everybody seems to, the Heat going to get it together. You know, that Heat culture and blah, blah, blah. I'm not sold on them.
They were 20-18 coming in.
Exactly.
Now they're 20-19.
Exactly. So it's not like they beat the Celtics or the Nets or the Sixers without those two on the court. But I thought the supporting cast played really well in the absence of LeBron and AD. And Skip, when you look at it, when those two guys are off the court, entering yesterday, the Lakers have been outscored by 14 points per 100 possession with those two guys off the court. So what we got is something that we don't normally see. We did get a complete team effort. We got guys playing really well. Schroeder was unbelievable last night. Again, TB, Thomas Bryant, was sensational, Skip. I mean, he might be the steal of the offseason. Now, he's going to play his way into a big contract from somebody. I don't know if the Lakers are going to be able to keep him after this year. Another guy that's playing really well and is going to get a contract is Austin Reeves. He's going to do exactly what Malik Monk did. Came, played well, got a 2-year deal.
I agree.
Same thing, Caruso. Yeah. Played well, got a 3-4-year deal from Chicago. So there's a good chance these guys are going to be moving on. But I like what I saw last night. I like Schroeder, the way he controlled the game. 14 big points in the fourth quarter. Gave you 4 steals, 4 rebounds, a couple of assists. Russ came in and played well. Look, Russ is going to turn the ball over. Can we agree on that? He's going to turn the ball over, right?
Will he? Except he didn't in the second half.
But here's the thing. If LeBron's there, you can regulate his minutes. Mm-hmm. But with no Bron, no AD, you got to let him go. Because you're already limited. You're down 2 players to begin with.
That's a good point.
And then and Damon Jones and Lonnie Walker was out with knee soreness. So your roster is already trimmed. So you're going to have to trust that in a crucial situation, he'll do a better job of taking care of the basketball than what he did in the first half.
Yep.
So I like what I saw last night, Skip. I thought the guys contributed really well. They played really, really hard, and you can live with that. But like I said, Skip, I'm not sold on the Heat. So I'm not going to jump in and say, now all of a sudden when LeBron get back and AD get back, this roster is talented enough to get them to the finals, because I don't believe it is, Skip. Okay. I still believe they're lacking.
Yet. This was the biggest shocker of the year. In some ways, it was the best, weirdly, game that the Lakers have played start to finish.
No, I think the Bucks on that Friday night. You're talking about without LeBron and AD?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Now they're without one or the other, but now you're without both, and you're without Lonnie Walker.
Right.
That's a lot of stuff to be missing.
That's a lot of points.
A lot of points. A lot of just pure talent that you don't have. But what stunned me last night was I saw supporting cast that can make you better than LeBron seemed to think that night after they lost to Miami 1 week before at Miami. Mm-hmm. I still see Dennis Schroeder has had the weirdest NBA journey because, as you know, he was really good for the Lakers after he was really good for the Hawks.
Right, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they offer him a huge deal, and
he said no.
He sniffs at it because he can do better on the open market, and he gets completely burned, and he leaves like $40 million on the table, right? Mm-hmm. And he has to crawl back to the Lakers for like minimum kind of money.
Yeah, probably vet minimum.
It was veteran minimum. Yet now he's playing like a guy who deserved a big contract.
Right.
Because last night, I don't care
he was good last night.
What the Heat were or weren't. Dennis Schroeder was big time last night because it's hard for anybody to go for 32, 8 out of 15 shots. He makes 4 out of 7 threes. But most important of all,
free throws.
He makes 12 of 14. But the crucial part, that they were in danger of blowing the lead.
Right.
Miami tried. Miami came back. Miami made some threes with them. They made 4 threes in the fourth quarter to just 1 for the Lakers. But Dennis Schroeder closed the game. Dennis Schroeder made 9 of 9 free throws in the fourth quarter. That's how you win games.
Oh, yeah. When they foul you, obviously you got to make them play because the clock stopped.
That's what happens.
That's how teams crawl.
Okay.
Hold on. Somebody just came back, Skip. They were down 11 with like 20-something seconds, and they came back and got the game in overtime and won it. So
I almost watched the Lakers do that at Philadelphia.
Yeah, and we're
down 13.
We just saw. Oh, that was last night. Toronto didn't win it, but they got back in the ballgame. By down 11, and we see teams starting to do that even more now.
You have to make your free throws.
I know
I harp on it, and I say they're called free throws for a reason. You have to take the freebie, and you have to cash it.
Right.
Okay, so let's see quickly what Schroeder did down the stretch, because this is big-time closing performance by Schroeder. This is the final minute of the game, and you need to cash all these because you're going to be in trouble here, but this is Schroeder down the stretch. He makes one free throw. He makes another. I like the arc on these. He was swishing them. Those are 2 clutch free throws. Then he makes this big shot. He gets to the rim.
He's quicker than you think.
Swish. This is 3.2 seconds left to give him a 3-point lead. Though everyone, he's arcing it high and he's swishing it.
Right.
And it left Jimmy Butler, who got a fairly good look from 3 to tie and missed it because they weren't shooting the ball very well all night long. And it's the classic case of, we can take care of these guys. Can't we? Can't we? Can't we?
Right.
You guys going to roll over and die now? Nope. Sorry. All right, now let's go back to how did they overcome Russ in the first half? I'm not sure, because he was more out of control than I might have ever seen him before.
Because he gets these things he has to do so much more than LeBron and AD's out.
Okay, so forgive me for this, but I just can't help myself. I've got to show you his 7 turnovers in the first half.
Wow.
And the beauty of this was he had none in the second, but he did have 7. If we could see what happened in the first half with our almost daily turnover blooper reel.
Okay, there you go.
Well, look. I mean, come on. Russ. I don't know. Russ, please. No, that wasn't really his fault.
That wasn't really his fault.
No.
Come on, man. You see that was.
That was his fault. Russ, just take it easy. That's just bad.
And Russ left-handed, Skip. Do people realize that Russ is actually left-handed?
No. He was up in the air that time and didn't have anywhere to go with it. And then I guess what I love about him is he has no conscience, no shame, no memory.
Right.
He just goes on to the next one and just plays the same way.
Yeah, he definitely has amnesia. Because, to have that many turnovers in the first half and then play a clean game in the second half.
When he gets the basketball on the move, he is hell-bent. Something is going to happen, and it might be really good, and it might be really not good, right? That's this guy. And for me, it's edge-of-the-seat TV, because I think I tweeted this the other night. He's become my favorite player to watch, sometimes for the wrong reasons, but when he gets going downhill, I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen here.
You already know, Skip, when he comes into the game, the pace is about to pick up because he's trying to get up and down. Yeah. He's trying to get cheap baskets for himself, and he's trying to get his teammates cheap baskets. Yeah. So all you got to do is run with him. TB is getting, and Wenyen Gabriel, how many layups and dunks have Wenyen Gabriel got off the drop-off from Russ? Okay. How many layups have TB got off the drop-off from Russ? All right. So he's doing some really good things, but me, Skip, I've accepted Russ for what he is. He's going to turn the ball over.
He's just going to. How you overcame all 7 of those, 6 his fault, but I didn't like the other one. But how you overcame them in the first half and survived long enough to thrive, I don't know, because that's pretty hard to overcome in the first half. Yeah. Right?
Well, one team, the Lakers shot almost 48%. The Heat shot 42%. The Lakers shot 33% from 3. They shot 25% from 3. So that might have something to do with it.
Okay. All right. But the three-point shooting wasn't the story of the night. No. It's pretty close. Yeah. You each made 8 of them. But did it help that Russ contributed in the end 21 points
9 and
with 8 rebounds and 9 assists.
And 3 steals.
Hey, and 3 steals. Listen, 21, 8, and 9, and 3, that's a big-time line, man. You can win with that. I didn't mention the 7, but all in the first half.
You've got to be able to live with the good and the bad with them.
Man, Darvin Ham, that's what he's saying to you. He's saying, because when he comes in, stuff is going to happen.
Sometimes, Skip, the doctor will tell you, now, this medicine, it might cause nausea. It might cause something, but it's definitely going to help you get better. So with Russ, Skip, it might cause nausea. It might cause something, but it's going to help you get better. Yep. That's the only way I can look at it, because when I've watched him over his career, and especially the last 2 years, I've resigned to the fact He's probably, if he plays 30-plus minutes, he's probably going to have at least 4 turnovers. And the more minutes he plays, the more turnovers he's going to have.
Yep.
So
still leading the NBA in turnovers per 36 minutes.
Yes. So just accept that.
All right.
And be good with it.
Now back to your man TB, as in Thomas Bryant. Once a Laker draft pick in the second round out of Indiana, who didn't make it the first go-around. He got hurt, and then he bounced, and then he went to Washington, and then all of a sudden...
He tore his knee up last year.
It wasn't completely torn. It was like a partial tear of the ACL. And he comes back. Nobody even notices.
Right.
And another revelation. Because last night, he's going up against Bam now, which is no picnic.
Bam had 30, 30, and 13.
Okay. But Thomas Bryant makes 9 of 11 shots. That will work.
Yeah.
And once again, he gave you 9 more boards to go with 21 points. It will work.
Yeah.
He's actually picking up
a little
about 60% of the slack of an AD who's still ranked. I think he's 3rd in PER this year because he had a stretch.
I don't believe Thomas Bryant can give us a 40-20. I don't believe he can give us a 55-17 game.
Yeah.
But these 21-9s and these 22-13s, these 19-17s, if you get LeBron James to keep playing at the level and you get Schroeder...
I'm just saying, I see some pieces here where you should make the playoffs. Can I go that far?
What about play-in? Does that count? Skip, you know we've given up some ground. We're going to have to go on a streak like the Brooklyn Nets. We got to win like 14 or 15.
I got it. But the weird thing about the West is I don't see one dominant.
No.
I'm not fearing Denver the way you love Jokic.
No. But everybody's like kind of like really good.
When you
look at the Mavs, the Nuggets, the Clippers, if Kawhi can ever stay.
Agreed.
The Golden State, if they get you at home.
But they lost to Detroit at home last night. And just when I thought Sacramento, because they were the 4 seed, I think, going into last night, then they lose at home to the Hawks.
Yeah.
To the Hawks?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying, and New Orleans has a Zion issue and has had a BI issue. Okay, I'm just saying.
And the Phoenix I don't know what Phoenix got going. I mean, dude, Book is hurt with his hamstring.
Okay, there's another one.
DA. Okay. Chris Paul doesn't look like the Chris Paul. He doesn't look like the old Chris Paul. He looks like an old Chris Paul.
Okay, and I watched them last night at Cleveland, and they had him, and then they didn't have him.
Right.
And Donovan Mitchell sort of fell back to earth after 71, but then he made a big play late to win the game. The point is, the West feels wide open, and when I watch LeBron